Imagine facing a judge after piling up 7 violations of community control, all while committing a new serious felony. That's exactly where Mr. Kaiser found himself, and the judge, well, he was not holding back.
All rise.
Seated. All right, this is 24-367 Antoine Kaiser, violation of community control. We're on a final hearing on the allegations cited for no driver's license, August 24th of 24. You understand that charge?
Yes.
On the charges out of Cleveland PD resulting in your recent conviction, you understand that charge?
Yes.
Failure to report your citation to probation August 24th of 24, you understand that charge?
Yeah.
Failure to report your arrest and contact with Cleveland PD January 8th, you understand that charge?
Yes.
Failure to report as directed January 9 of 25, you understand that charge?
Yes.
And then possession of a loaded firearm when you were arrested January 8th of 25, you understand that charge?
Yeah.
And a second violation where this for probable cause, failed to report as directed to probation August 21 and August 27 of 25. You understand that charge?
Yes.
Mr. Fatika?
Good morning, Your Honor. I anticipate that Mr. Kaiser is going to accept responsibility for his for these allegations and resolve the violations today.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Kaiser?
Yes.
What is your plea to all those violations?
Guilty.
I'll accept your guilty plea and find you guilty. Mr. Fatika?
Your Honor, while acknowledging that Mr. Kaiser has not successfully completed probation here, I'd like to highlight the fact that he did complete decision points. He did complete the JTP programming. He has been employed during the pendency of his probation. He's a 2024 graduate of Ginn Academy. He understands that his probation is going to be terminated today. I believe he has 188 days of credit. We'd ask the court to consider a minimal additional prison time here. He's serving a 7-year sentence out of Cuyahoga County at this point.
Here, Mr. Fatika, Kaiser's attorney, attempts to mitigate the damage. He acknowledges Kaiser's past failures, but highlights positives: completion of decision points and JTP programming, consistent employment, and high school to graduation. This is a classic defense strategy in sentencing, presenting any evidence of rehabilitation, effort, or positive life choices to counter the negative perception created by the violations. However, the elephant in the room, which the attorney immediately brings up, is the 7-year sentence Kaiser is already serving for Cuyahoga County for the aggravated robbery. This context drastically limits the judge's flexibility and the impact of the mitigation. The judge isn't sentencing a clean slate, he's dealing with someone who reoffended severely while under supervision, indicating a pattern of noncompliance that the defense attorney is struggling to overcome.
All right, Mr. Kaiser, anything you want to tell me before I sentence you?
I'm on a waiting list for college classes and business classes. I'm just trying to make my way out the door so I can do what I need to do.
All right, I've reviewed the pre-sentence report again. And the entire record. Yeah, consider what you have said, what Mr. Fatika has said. You were put on community control in July of 24. There was a violation in December. You waived the probable cause hearing, were let out on bond. December, I think, 17 of 24. Then you committed this offense in Cuyahoga County, this aggravated robbery, January 7 of 25. Came back here for a final hearing on the 24 violation, pled guilty, waived the probable cause on the new violation from January 8th and January 9th. I allowed you out on bond for that case due to the circumstances that existed at that time, pending the resolution of the Cuyahoga case. There's an indication of the, on some of the violations. See, I'm losing track here because there's too many violations with you. That on February 20th of 25, I extended your community control to July of 27, ordered you to complete jail treatment and some other things, decision points, as Mr. Fatika indicated. There was a violation for not completing the jail treatment, which I eventually dismissed because it was nonsensical on their part. You pled guilty on the Cuyahoga cases in August. Didn't show up for sentencing there. Didn't show up here in August and been on the run until you got grabbed up. So obviously your community control is going to be terminated because of your current sentence. And I'm going to sentence you on this case to 18 months in prison, credit for 188 days, and that sentence will be consecutive to your current sentence.
The judge's decision to impose an 18-month prison sentence consecutive to the existing 7-year sentence is a severe outcome, and he clearly articulates his reasoning. In Ohio, consecutive sentences are generally the exception, not the rule, and require specific findings by the court. Ohio Revised Code mandates that a judge must find on the record that consecutive sentences are necessary to protect the public from future crime or to punish the offender, and that they are not disproportionate. The judge here explicitly states consecutive service necessary to protect the public from future crime and for appropriate punishment, and that it's not disproportionate to the seriousness of your conduct or danger you pose to the public. He further justifies it by noting Kaiser's no interest in complying with anything and his history of criminal conduct. This demonstrates the judge's determination that Kaiser's repeated failures and the new serious felony warrant a sentence that adds to rather than runs concurrent with his existing punishment, sending a clear message about the consequences of persistently disregarding court orders.
Consecutive service is necessary to protect the public from future crime and for the appropriate punishment, and this consecutive sentence is not disproportionate to the seriousness of your conduct or the danger you pose to the public. You've clearly demonstrated that you had no interest in complying with anything, any conditions in this case. And your history of criminal conduct demonstrates that they're necessary to protect the public. You've got your post-release control time will be determined by Cuyahoga County with the 5-year period of post-release control. Anything else, Mr. Fatika?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
As we heard in this transcript, Mr. Kaiser had already been sentenced to 7 years in prison for aggravated robbery in Cuyahoga County, Ohio. This current hearing dealt with a long list of community control violations he inquired while awaiting that resolution. For these violations, the judge imposed an additional 18-month prison sentence, explicitly stating that it would run consecutive to Mr. Kaiser's existing 7-year sentence. This means Mr. Kaiser will serve the 7-year sentence first, followed by the 18-month sentence, totaling 8.5 years in prison. The judge granted him credit for 188 days served, but his post-release control period will be determined by Cuyahoga County upon his eventual release. This case serves as a stark reminder that violating the terms of community control, especially while committing new serious crimes, can lead to severe and escalating penalties.